God, I've already just realised, but it's been 6 years since Spectre came out. Mind you, this one's been delayed for about 2 years, but wow, time flies. And how the hell does Daniel Craig look like he's not aged a single day? Okay, so No Time to Die. This is the 5th instalment to the Daniel Craig James Bond franchise, and to what he's openly said will be his last movie. Straight off the bat, this is a spoiler-free review, and props to the marketing, because I feel like with 2 years of marketing material they've had to create, they've done well not to give away that much for this movie, so I'm going to do the same. James Bond has now left active service, but his break is short-lived when an old friend asks him for help, leading Bond onto a trail of a mysterious villain armed with a dangerous new technology. This kind of acts as a direct sequel to Spectre, so you may want to watch that one before you go into this movie, but with the other Daniel Craig films, you could probably get away with not watching those if you haven't already. And for these Daniel Craig Bond films, I've said it before, but it feels like we've had a win, then a loss, then a win, followed by another loss. So if patterns are anything to go on, then fingers crossed this one should have also been a win. And I can happily say that this one's a bloody win. 5 films of ups and downs, and they managed to stick the landing. This is probably a bold statement, but for me, this is Daniel Craig's best performance as James Bond. Not saying that this is the best James Bond film, but man, Daniel Craig does so well to pull this out the bag. I mean, props to the script and the story for allowing him to go into a direction which allows him to show off his acting chops. My issue with Spectre was that it was such a solid block-coloured movie where there was no ranges of emotion and everything just had no challenge to it, as if it was an easy level in a video game. And here we're back to what I think is the best of Bond. Him having to think quick on his feet, getting gritty in some really well shot car chases and gunfights. He's also supported by a really great array of talent, which is what I think helps to elevate this movie even higher. Seydoux is back from Spectre, and I think she's really great in this. Lashana Lynch comes in as a new 00, and I think she's also great when she's in this movie. They probably could have used her a little bit more though. And our over-the-top Bond villain of the week is played by Rami Malek, who just brings such an intense atmosphere to every scene he's in. The opening scene to this movie is absolutely brilliant, and I don't think anyone was ever in doubt of Rami Malek's talents. But oddly enough, my biggest shout out for this film was actually Ana de Armas, who, even for such a short role she played, left such a great impression on me. Having seen her and Daniel Craig buddy up in Knives Out just a few years back, it was great to see them both on screen again. Their scene together is probably one of my favourites in the movie. And this film does play in 2 very different halves. The first half is very action focused, where the second half dials it down to focus on the story and those more emotional performances. And I was actually pretty skeptical going into this one because this is directed by Joji Fukunaga, who I've not seen any of his work. I know he did Jane Eyre, but besides from that, he's just done mostly TV shows. But fair play to him. He's also backed up by some great screenplay writers, including Fleabag's Phoebe Waller-Bridge, to give us what really is a good Bond finale. The details behind the super technology weapon is a bit confusing, to be honest. Usually it's just a thing and it's bad and you've got to stop it, but in this story it plays a bit more of an active role towards the end of the film, and I don't really understand how it worked to make us reach the objectives that we did. I'm trying to really not spoil this for you guys, but hopefully when you see the end of the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. And fair warning, this is a really long movie. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so you want to have your bath breaks before you go in there. Not knocking the film at all, I think it fully deserves the runtime that it has. It's funny when it wants to be with its quick quips, and then it can easily turn up the intensity at any moment. The cinematography is really clean here, and it's got some really fun action set pieces. If you're looking for a good time at the cinema, or have just liked any of the previous Daniel Craig Bond films, or any Bond film for that matter, this is a definite recommendation from me. Okay, right, No Time to Die. Have you seen it? To be fair, that also might be the case already because the cinema was absolutely packed when I went there. I read somewhere that this had as many ticket pre-sales in the UK as Avengers Endgame did, and I've not seen the cinema this full since the pandemic, so it was wonderful to see. So yeah, if you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, it really does help me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next time guys, take care, bye bye.